Hey guys, I'm the neighbor. I own 237 feet to your 225 here, and this is the shit I put up with. That's scentless chamomile. That's a noxious weed. It should be actually sprayed. But I pick garbage daily down my fence line. I know it doesn't look like much now, but this shit blows in. Saskatchewan's known for its being windy. Okay, I'm making this video about this building. Okay, this was Mr. Watkins built it. It was a Firestone dealership, but before that, the tracks are right ahead, straight ahead there, one block over. When Regina wasn't across the tracks, this was a gas station. This was Model A and T race car central back in the day. And when they dug, these were bays for the Firestone dealership. But when they dug, anyways, in the 50s, it changed from a gas station to just a Firestone dealership. When they dug the sewer lines for the new restaurant, the smell of hydrocarbons was pretty rank. I don't know what's under the ground here, but the fellow that built this, there used to be a house, a garage here when they widened the street. The city bought, paid out and widened the street. That was the second house he built, and that was the third house, and he owned this whole corner. I own those houses. So that's a gas station. They got huge problems, and at the other end of this block is another gas station. And they got test ports in the street for hydrocarbons. There's one right there. There's one right there. I don't know what's under the ground, but this was a gas station. There's another hole for testing. That's another hole for testing the water. That's another hole for testing the water underground. This is another hole for testing the water underground, and there's another hole for testing the water underground. Here's another hole for testing the water underground. And yeah. And here's another hole for testing the water underground. And here's another hole for testing the water underground. So clearly hydrocarbons are an issue here. They've been pumping at the other end of the block 25 years there underground. Anyways, I want to chat about doing a JV. I own most of the street behind here and on the other side, and the only way to deal with this property, well, first, you can't go below grade right now, which is fine, but we could build a monstrosity here, 12-story building, huge government grants, and we can keep this as is or maintain it as a parking lot. But your parking lot's gone to complete shit. The reason there's garbage all over and I have to pick garbage every day is because your manager doesn't have one frickin' garbage bin outside. It's a restaurant. How come not one garbage bin isn't outside? It's never been outside. It's a daily thing. We walk, we pick garbage. Anyways, I'm absolutely 100% your neighbor. I own more land behind. Long and the short of it is we should incorporate this together, because this one here, there's a reason it's not going to sell. And that's because it was a pre-brown site legislation brown site, pre-1950, which means that the tanks underneath here, if there's tanks, are in real rough shape because nobody knows where they are or anything about them. Building on grade or no more than 2 feet down is acceptable, but I would like to start this discussion about buying's the wrong word. I don't want to buy this property. Well, if that's what it turns out to be, it'll be for yeah, we're gonna figure this out, okay? I have better land and 3 times as much land behind this building as you guys have, and it's zoned for multis, but it'd be easy to change this zoning to match this zoning, and then we could go up, instead of 4 or 6 stories, we go up 10 or 12. And this is a legacy building. 39 years I've been on this street. I bought from the guy who built this building that house, and then that house. My friends, Fiorantes, used to own this property. I went to high school with them. I'm Regina for 100 years, my family. There's a reason the Fiorantes didn't hold it, because of the unknown. I'm sure that was given in disclosure, as is, where is kind of thing. But you guys got test ports now. You have test ports for hydrocarbons on this land, and I don't have any on this land. So this land is a concern. This gas station is a huge concern, but this is a sleeping one. This is pre-1950 gas station, before the city came out here. This was a gravel road at one time, and the city ended at the tracks, and then they incorporated this. So my number is 306-533-6319, and I realize this was bought in a package of 6 or 7 buildings. This is your lame duck. How do I cure your problem? How do you help my problem? We've got ours up for redevelopment, for sale. But I'm rethinking this. I think we should do the developing ourselves. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. We shall chat.